What's up, Math Rockstars? In our last video, we talked a bit about percents and real-life applications, and now you're going to get to see it. And we're going to start off with something called sales price, and two methods you can find it. Now, here's a problem in front of you. A hat originally cost $8.59. What would be the sales price after a 40% discount? That's where our percents come in. Now, there's two ways you can approach the problem. The long way of doing so would be to multiply that 40% by the original price to get your discount first. So the percent as a decimal will be 0.4. You multiply that by 859 and you get $3.44. The discount, since it's coming off your price, is then subtracted from the original price. 859 minus 344 makes $5.15. Now, another way to approach the problem that I like and find much quicker would be to think, first of all, if I am taking 40% off of my price, which starts out at 100% price, how much am I actually paying? What percent? Well, 100 minus 40 would make 60%. So if I were to just take 60% as a decimal and multiply that by the original price, I get my answer right away. So 0.6 times 859 gives you the same answer, $5.15. Now you try. Here's a problem in front of you. A surfboard that costs $243.95 is on sale for 20% off. What is the sales price? Pause the video and check your answer in the next scene. Now then, the surfboard that costs $243.95 is 20% off. What's the sales price? Here's the two methods. You could do $243.95 times the 20% to get $48.79 and then subtract it from the original price and get $195.16. Or you can say that if it is 20% off, I'm actually paying 80% of the original price and times the 80%, 0.8 by $243.95 to get $195.16. You get the same answer either way. Either way is right. Now then, let's talk about the next concept, markups. What are they, and what are two ways you can find a markup? Now, markups typically occur when you're in a sales situation and you're purchasing something. And another term for a sale is a markdown. So if we're thinking about markup, it's the exact opposite, where it's adding to the price instead of coming off of it. Here's a problem. The house is purchased for $380,000. It has a 6% markup for an agent's commissions. And what are the total price after the markup? We take the same methods, except the only thing you're doing differently is instead of subtracting from the price, you're adding to it because it costs you more money. So we do the 6% times the $380,000 gets $22,800. We add that to the original price, you get $402,800. Or you can think, if I'm paying 6% over the original, I'm paying 106% of the price. That is 1.06 times 380,000. It's the same answer, $402,800. Now, you try this problem out right here. A car purchase includes a 2.5% commission fee to the salesman. If it's originally $16,800, what is the commission price after the markup? Go ahead and pause the video. Try your answer after. Here's the two ways to do the problem. You could do 16,800 times the 2.5% or 0.0025, and that would make $420. You add it to the price, you get $17,220. Or in the short way, you can say that if I'm paying 2.5% more to the salesperson, is 102.5%, which is 1.025 times the $16,800 original price of the car, making $17,220. Again, both methods are correct as long as you are adding to the original price for a markup. Now, the last concept of the day is talking about percent change. How do you find percent change, and how do we describe percent change accurately based on the answers that we get? Well, a percent change is measuring how much a change from an original amount is happening from the original in terms of a percentage. The basic way to do this is to take the new amount, subtract the original amount from it, divide it by the original amount, and then times the answer by 100 to make it a percent. Here are two examples. A town's population went from 12,600 to 18,700. What's the percent change? I subtract 18,700 minus 12,600, divided by 12,600, and then times it by 100. You get 48.4% increase. Do note that we say increase because it was a positive answer. Now, if we look at the second example, town's population went from 24,500 to 21,950. And so we subtract 21,950 minus 24,500 and then divide it by 24,500. You'll end up with a negative 10.4% after timesing by 100. And since the answer is negative, we mark it as a decrease. Now you try. A school has 300 8th graders in 2023 and 286 8th graders in 2024. What's the percent change, and is it an increase or decrease? Pause the video and try on your own. Okay, so we do 286 minus 300 divided by 300, negative 14 divided by 300, and then we times it by 100, get negative 4.6 repeated, which makes that a 4.6% decrease. So our tips and takeaways for the day are that sales price can be found by multiplying discount percent by the original price to find discount, then subtracting discount from the original price. They can also be found by deducting sales percent from 100%, then multiplying this percent paid by the original price. Markups are found in a similar way to sales price, except that the price difference or new percent is added to the original price or 100%. Percent change is the new minus the original amount divided by the original amount, then answered multiplied by 100 to make a percent, and positive changes are described as increases while negatives are described as decreases. Now you try it out. Hope you learned something today.